So, because I could just keep doing it, I should not load. Because I keep doing it on Tuesday and not Monday, I'm just gonna switch it to Tuesday. I'm gonna have to make a new fucking thingy, but yeah, there you go. Alright, let's finish the rest of chapter 2, or step 2 of all these. Let's go, wave. The family shopping trip had lasted most of the morning, and you still had to unload everything from the trunk before you could go enjoy the afternoon. You carried another bag in your arms as you headed towards your house. It was one of the heavier bags from the grocery store, loaded with fresh apples, ripe tomatoes, a bunch of carrots, and even half a watermelon. Ma came out of the front door and paused just ahead of you. Oh, Ma.
It's no trouble.
Need any help with that, Jamie? I can bring it the rest of the way if you want me to. I got it. Yes, please. Oh, okay. You'll be helpful. Ma stepped forward to take the bag from your arms, and you made a quick run to get another bag. You passed Ma again on your way back to the house, and she gave you an encouraging grin and rustled her fingers through your pink hair. Oh, right, I forgot my hair's pink. You set the next bag on the counter. Your older sister began to root around inside for the contents with a sigh. How much is left? Still a few more bags. With a huff and a puff, Elizabeth continued putting away the groceries, and you retreated out of the kitchen before you could become the target of her bad mood.
Be careful.
Careful, Jamie. You had been looking where you were going and bumped right into Mom, almost stepped on her toes to boot. Sorry. I gave you a pass this time, but be sure to watch where you're going. If you run into the wrong person, you might get your license revoked. She grinned at the bag jokes as you continued through the door. Outside, Ma had started organizing what remained and putting back any loose objects that had fallen out during the trip. Hi, Chitendo! Yes. What is that? What is that? What was that emote? When you stepped up to the trunk beside her, she took in a deep breath of air. Her dress gently swayed around in the breeze. Xenoblade 2!
It's a shame.
Cringe. It's a shame we had to spend the morning cooped up in the shopping center. It's a beautiful day, don't you think? You tilted your head to the sky, gazing at the clear blue expanse. Yeah, it is. What do you mean how? What do I mean by how? Because it is. You close your eyes and enjoy the moment. The way the sun warmed your face for a few moments before turning back to help Mom with the groceries. Oh, hi, Cove! You know his mom wave over at Cove, who had just exited his front door. His surfboard propped up under one arm. He's got. I think that might be a cap. Twitch chat. Having said that, I have Xenoblade, but only I think PlayStation 2. Let me see. Surfboard and wetsuit. Where might you be off to on this beautiful day? Cope hesitated, looked a little startled at having been noticed, but then he offered a slight smile. Good one, Mrs. Icarus. He crossed the driveway to properly say hello. After all these years of living just meters apart, your family had gotten to know Cove and Cliff pretty well. Even if he wasn't friends with you or Elizabeth and Soul Calibur. Oh man, I love Soul Calibur. Anyway, he was still a familiar presence. I just think about it because I'm like, oh, Xenobody's what kind of shit. At least the later runs. What are you screwing about for, huh? What are you screwing about for? You watched him exchange pleasantries with your moms until he eventually looked your way. Hey. Hi, Cove. And that was all you could say to one another. Why is it so awkward? He adjusted the surfboard under his arms a little, getting a better grip on it. I should get down to the beach before the wind turns. Nice seeing you. With the last wave goodbye, Cove turned and headed down the roads towards the beach.
Take care.
Take care, sweetie. You continue to, yeah, Ma's the one that has a, okay, I gotta remember their fucking accents, man. You continue to look the way he went. Blah. You continue to look the way he went as you become lost in thought. You're also gonna hang out at the beach this afternoon. It didn't change things if Cove would be there or not. You could still have fun. You refocused on the task at hand, making sure all the groceries got inside. Once everything had been put away, you leaned against the kitchen counter. Dude. Watching your monster busy themselves with lunch. You had a surfboard in your room that you wanted to take with you. You've been practicing your surfing more and more lately. It was always ready to go. Can I go to the beach now?
Sure thing.
She's the one with the country ass accent. Are you kidding me? Okay, I gotta switch it. Ma's now has like posh, but Mom is now British. Oh, okay, not British, country. All right. She was like, "Sure thing." Ah, that dang dog. Excuse me. Okay, I thought it was. Well, I didn't know which one was Mom and which one was like fucking mother. Anyway. But that's you. That you're Mom. This is Mom. Okay. Sure, Jamie. Just remember to bring some water. Could you bring some for Cove too? He's already there. She gave you a cheeky smile. You knew your parents had hoped you'd become friends with Cove, but the two had never really clicked. Yeah, thanks to me. Thanks to me, man. After grabbing your board and getting everything ready, you headed down to the beach.
Have fun.
Have fun, honey. Stay safe. Stay safe, you. When you made it to the shore, you were greeted by the clash of waves and the soft calls of seagulls. You took in a lungful of the ocean air and felt your brown skin warm in the sun. You noticed a small setup nearby with a towel, some sunscreen, and a bottle of water. It must be Cove's. Looking at the momentarily calm surface of the sea, you caught a glimpse of Cove bouncing on his board, surrounded by the gleam of sunlight dancing in on the water. You're excited to get out there, man. I mean, yeah. Surfing. You couldn't wait to get started, and the fact that the water looked so refreshing made it even better. Tucking your arm under your board, you secured it there as you ran across the sand and dipped your toes in the cool waves. You began to paddle into the ocean. The water was cool as it parted beneath your cupped fingers. A fish strutted away, alarmed by your splashing. Soon, you arrived at the point far enough out to catch some waves. Oh. Hey. You looked away, unable to make eye contact. Hi. Fancy seeing you here. Loser. You stayed up Cove's way and he stayed up yours. Occasionally, you looked over and see him riding a wave. Only once did you catch him glancing back at you. Exploring the area to get further away from Cove, you found a stretch of ocean that produced incredibly consistent waves. You would wade into the ocean, climb onto your board, and ride the wave almost to the beach's shore. It was relaxing to keep throwing yourself at the ocean, knowing it'd always take you back home. The sunlight filtered through the shimmering water. There wasn't anything to worry about there. Except making sure you didn't step on anything sharp or bent down. You bent down and grabbed the orange shell you struck. It was a sturdy thing to keep your weight. You might take it with you. Checking over your foot, you felt relieved you weren't actually cut. You went back to the ocean, heading for deeper waters this time, and spent the rest of your time catching various waves. Overall, if you had to judge your surfing skill today, you absolutely rocked. The waves loved you today. Some of the tricks you pulled off boosted your confidence. It was nice to see your own skills so blatantly on display. If only Sono had a recorder and just like recording with you, that would have been cool. After all that, you grabbed up your stuff and glanced at the waves. What an afternoon! The setting sun was visible on the horizon. Every time you would look away, it had sunk a little lower. The beach was darkening, but still pleasantly warm. You knew you should get out of the water before it was completely dark in the sea. You rode one last wave to get back to the beach. There, you picked up your surfboard and gave it a quick once-over. After reaching the shore again, you glanced back at the ocean. The waves seemed calmer. This beautiful sunset was too pretty to turn away from. The warm colors were vivid in the distance, and you stood in the shallows with your eyes on the horizon. The sea lapped at your ankles, but you felt yourself slowly sinking into the sand. You heard a splash, and noticed Cove had stopped surfing as well. He took large steps as he climbed out of the ocean. Cove made his way over. He didn't say anything, but stuck around to admire the sunset. Cove broke the silence. The waves are pretty good today, I think. Yeah, totally. No. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. He nodded mightily. You look like you knew what you were doing. I didn't know that. You just shrugged. Thanks. You didn't seem too bad either. You chatted a little more until the conversation truly died out, and all you heard was the rhythmic sound of oceans. Then Cove sighed. I have water and food, so like I can keep going. Cause dude, there's like 2 other left, and I want to finish step 2 today, so we get to step 3, cause that's new stuff. I mean, this is all new stuff, but I want to be new stuff, and not in the same step. The day can't be over. Not yet. I still want to go one more. He scowled into the distance as if the sun exiting the sky was a personal offense. Don't you think it should be longer? Yeah. Cove stood up straight in defiance of the approaching darkness. I'm not gonna go home yet. I wanna go somewhere. I don't know yet. Cove was still dripping in salt water, so you weren't sure what the alternative was. Wetsuits were fine for the beach, but not much else. It wasn't a good idea for him to lug his surfboard down around town either. Well, I need to call it a night. I gotta go. Peace. Deuces, man. Cove smiled in understanding. Then he looked down the shore with wide, shining eyes. Go home, go home, Cove. Dude, Cove, let me end. Let me end, please. There's at least one place that's always. Wait. There's always one place that's always okay to hang in, no matter what time it is. The park. Cove, let me go home. Let me go home, Cove. You nodded. The park was virtually always empty. Even Elizabeth only went out there. Even Elizabeth only went over there nowadays if she was looking for you. How times have changed. She used to be so protective of the place. In fact, the only person there was a chance of running into might be that Jeremy kid again. Oh, we hate Jeremy. You brought the idea up to Cove and he cringed, but I'm still going. The sun's still there a little. I'm seeing it as long as it is. Yeah, no! I want to go home! I want to go home, but I can't. No! No! Fuck it. Fuck it. Really? Okay. You definitely had yeah, he definitely had it. No, dude, I can only pick the first option. That's my own challenge. I could only admit it once, and I already did it last stream. He definitely had a he definitely had expected it, but it wasn't going to stop you, and you hadn't expected that. Cove took a minute to put his stuff in order. He made sure to get it all, though it didn't take much. Oh man, didn't take much care to shake the sand off. I know, dude. I know. You dealt with your own things. You settled everything together quickly. I'm done, Cove. Oh fuck. He rolled his eyes with a bent smile at the announcement. At the final touch, Cove plucked his glasses off the beach and put them back on his face. He looked more like himself now. He led the way down the beach to the park. It wasn't far, so it didn't take you long at all. The sun still hadn't completely disappeared just then when you made your arrival. Cove stuck his surfboard upright into the sand and tossed his towel over top. By now, the two of you were mostly dry. The sun breeze on your skin kept you pleasantly warm. Cove idly went over to the monkey bars. He grabbed them, feet flat on the ground, and pretended to go across. He had definitely grown them up in the past few years. You had also outgrown the monkey bars. You were way too tall to play on them properly anymore. No! A tragedy. When he got to the bar in the middle, Cove pulled himself up and through, and sat on the top of the bars, his legs dangling off the side of the bar he perched on. You joined him on the monkey bars. Ugh. You didn't even have to stretch to pull yourself up. It was a rather tall seat to clamber on. But it worked. Cove scooted over to give you more room to spread out. These monkey bars weren't made for two teens sitting on top of them. And then just... guess what? He smiled broadly and raised an eyebrow. He's not here. Right, it was true. There was a single sign of Jeremy. It looked like it was just going to be the two of you tonight. Cove hung his head and grew dramatically. His eyes widened when he whipped his head back up. Oh! Cove, I thought you were fucking over this, man. It's been a couple years. But I thought you were over this. I guess not. Yeah, call my home. Oh, dumb piece of shit. Alright, cool. Thanks, Cove. Fucking asshole. Wow. 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 You know what? No. This, like, it was always going to be disinterested. Now I'm gonna... Now we have to pick the worst option for Cove. I can't believe how dumb my parents are for forcing me to come to this stupid place. That's... You were taking... Oh! Dude! He scared me! He had me the first fucking half, not gonna lie! Okay! Yo! You got my ass! Oh, yeah. You were taking it back and blink for a second before you realized he was quoting Jeremy. Haha. Oh, I could have quit back with him. I don't wanna. Fuck him. Cove chuckled back at you, a mischievous glint in his eye. Let's get the fuck out of me, man! I thought we were about to be like enemies! I mean, I would've. I don't give a shit. You looked around. The old park, the streets you knew like the back of your hands, and the beach. These were your stopping grounds. You wondered how Cove actually felt. How much was his joke just a joke? And how much was sincere dislike of this place? Moving had never even been his choice. Oh, okay, we're getting into it. We're getting into it, dude. Cove kicked his legs carelessly as they dangled. He smiled softly. I like it here. I really do. It's a nice place. He didn't hesitate. There was no uncertainty. That was genuine opinion. Yeah. I like it too. A contented feeling fell between the two of you. It didn't take long for the day to finally draw to a close. The sun was gone, and it was dark. You chatted a while longer, but it was definitely winding down. We better get home. Already? I mean, I wanted to stay up more. He seemed to just notice how dark it was. It was hard to make out his exact expression with his face in the shadow. I guess I lost track of time. Sorry. Cove sighed. It was time to go home. He hopped down from the monkey bars with a thump. when his feet hit the ground. You're climbing down the monkey bars yourself. You lowered yourself more slowly than Cove and barely made a sound when your feet reached the ground. Cove grabbed his surfboard and threw his towel around his neck with his water bottle in hand. He was ready. You both began your trek up the road. It was a quiet night and you didn't run to anyone else. If in what felt like no time at all, you had reached your street. As you walked, Cove smiled to himself with a small, soft expression, and you couldn't help but wonder what put it there. Cove? Cove? I just remember when we were younger, it used to be such a big deal to come home after dark. You could indeed recall, if you got sandy, your parents would have something to say. If you got wet, your parents would have more to say. And if you came home after dark, well, your moms and his dad better have said it was okay beforehand. You used to need permission for everything. That small comment he made exposed just how much freedom you really had this summer. God looked up into the sky, a smile still on his face, as the two of you walked side by side, reminiscing. Oh, no, I skipped something. No, I didn't. Oh, when you came to your house, you turned to each other. Thanks for today, Jamie. Bye. Bye. Dude. Dude, that's so funny. Okay. Cove waved and you both turned around to your respective houses. This was a pleasant end to the outing, you thought. Finally. Okay, what are we doing? Family or growing? Family or growing? These are all DLCs. We're not doing those. We can't do those. Which one? Which one? Just, you know, we're finally done. I'm gonna save. Family? Alright. Okay. The sun warmed your skin from its place in the sky, and you closed your eyes, enjoying the mix of the heat with a pleasant breeze that drifted past you. Lee! Oh! You and Lee had spread out a blanket on top of one of the hills behind your house, and had been relaxing there for a while now. Lee had come over earlier in the day. This is my cousin! This is the cousin! And while a range of activities had been discussed, from staying home to heading down to the beach, a picnic on the hill had been the choice you both settled on. Aww. A small spread was laid out in front of you, some bottled water, soft drinks, as well as chips and sliced fruit. You sat up and reached for a snack, listening to Lee talk away about the musical she'd gotten to see a few days ago. Oh, look at Lee! I forget what her fucking voice is because I haven't talked to her. It was unbelievable. There was singing, dancing, and crazy stunts, and it was done all live right in front of my face. Maybe one day we could go together. I gotta see more shows like that. You smiled at Lee's enthusiasm, knowing how much she enjoyed singing and performing. And she was good at it too. You had gotten the chance to see her sing a couple of tunes, and you knew she put a lot of effort into it. It was like the sing, but you weren't very good. That didn't stop you from doing it though. I wonder if maybe we could put on our own show? Think of how fun it'd be. We could perform for our parents and ask our friends and some other people to come and watch it too. It'll totally work. Yeah, let's do it. You'd actually thought about doing something like that before, but never had the chance to. Lee clapped in excitement and bounced on the balls of her feet beyond happy that you were on board with her idea. Okay, so I'm gonna sing. Do you want it too, or maybe do something else? Fuck. Just know, what are we doing? There are multiple options, and I don't want to sing as well, because I kind of suck. Just know, what are we doing? What are we doing for this show? I'm just the kind of stunt that goes with the music? No. I mean, I guess dance. I don't know. What do you mean, who? This is what we're doing! We get to pick what options. Okay, hold on. The options are sing, pick an outfit, dance, makeup, write a song, make a backdrop to come stage, or do stunts with the music. And I'm asking you because I don't know what the fuck to do. I was gonna pick dance, but I need a second opinion on this. I gotta schmove you. Stunt? Stunt? I literally got moved. Okay, stunt. Not even choreographed, just stunt? Oh, okay, whatever. Oh, a daredevil. I can't wait to see what we come up with. You have to come up with it. No, you gotta. Is there anything else that's coming to your head? I wanted more. I wanted more. Okay. The two of you ran back to your house to grab the supplies you needed. Alright, no! Stunt is fucking. No! Stunt is lame! what? No! I can only pick the first option! You know this! You know this! The reason why I asked you is because there wasn't any color coordinated to the fucking thingies. No, this is you. What? We're gonna pick another one. We gonna do stunt and dance? Which would have not made sense. Okay, the two of you ran back to your house to grab the stunt and stunt. Two stunts. The two of you ran back to your house to grab the supplies you needed, dodging your mom's amused questions before heading back out to the blanket to get started. Oh, you grabbed your bicycle helmet and a pair of knee pads to protect yourself and quickly strapped those on. Lee and you discussed the plans in detail, settling on a song first and then practicing out parts for the show. The afternoon passed quickly, the sun dropping lower and lower in the sky, and after having thoroughly worked out how the show was going to go, you decided to take a break. Oh, you know, we should have invited Club to watch us practice our show. He can tell us if it's bad before we put on the real thing. That's smart. We should ask him to watch us later. Okay! It's too bad Derek isn't in the neighborhood today. I like him. Yeah, he's a good person. He's a good guy. I knew you'd think so. So, how exactly do you like him? Or maybe there's someone else that I haven't heard of yet? Oh! No one. No one. Lee wiggled her eyebrows at you suggestively, and you knew exactly what she was implying. Lee, there's no one I'd like that right now. Lee huffed in disappointment, bruising her lips together. Darn. But you promised to tell me if that changes, right? I'll do it for you. What do you mean you do it for me? I'll tell. Yeah, it's a deal then. Speaking of crushes, there is one boy I think that's pretty cute. Gushing. Oh, dude. I never get it. I never fucking got that. You leaned back on your elbows and listened as Lee talked about her crush, all in great fucking detail. It was nice to have her telling you a little gossip for once, rather than always trying to get it out of you. Finally, you both decided to pack everything up and head back home for the evening. Lee talked excitedly about the show as you did, and you thought back on what you had already accomplished for it. Is it 2 cartwheels? A backflip? 3 backflips? What am I doing? A handstand?
I come to interrupt your stream
Love
for
it!
your daily aforementions of Poppy-Po.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
Okay.
very welcome.
Oh, you're super loud. I gotta put you down.
Yep. Yeah, anyways, go back to enjoy your daily stream. Just imagine Poppy-Po playing in the background.
How
God.
sick are you?
I'm dying.
Oh. Oh,
Dude,
no.
I leave for Utah tomorrow. Well,
I
I leave for Utah on
know.
fucking Monday.
Yeah. Dude, you're
Dude, I'm pulling an all-nighter because I know I cannot get up at 5 in the morning. I'd rather fucking pull an all-nighter than get up at 5 in the fucking morning.
Oh man, dude. That sucks.
Like, I also got sick on performance day. So, like, I had, like, a fucking sore throat the entire day, and I was, like, mildly congested as well. Like, on like, closing night and, like, on Saturday. So, like, I was fucking huffing cough drops the entire day.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I didn't go to school yesterday because I felt like shit. Dude, I woke up, I could not fucking breathe. The pressure in my sinus caused a fucking massive migraine that felt like my head was splitting in two. And, like, it sucked.
Yeah, no, I
and
can
then
imagine.
so much mucus going down my fucking throat that it was so gross.
That's
And my entire body fucking ached too. I don't know if it was from like the physical strain that I was pushing myself through because of show day or I don't know. Yeah, no, dog. Thankfully, I was able to make myself sound not sick during my performances, so I
yeah.
don't think many people noticed the fact that I was sick.
Okay, good. Well, it was a show.
Yeah,
It's gotta go on.
yeah, the show gotta go on. Oh
Alright.
my god.
I'm gonna keep reading my little thingy.
Yeah, go continue. Sorry to interrupt your stream. I
It's
just had to give you daily information of Poppy-Po. Yeah, see you later.
Alright. You could definitely do a little more practice, but what you had so far was a solid foundation for the performance. Upon walking through the front door, you were met by your moms and Elizabeth hovering around each other in the living room. What is going on? Tension hung thick in the air as the three of them turned to you and Lee, frowning slightly. You had interrupted something. Exactly what? You weren't sure. What are you screaming mods for? Wow, who died? Yeah, dude. What? What? What is happening? Ma wins, and it was immediately you knew joking was the wrong thing for this. You really hope no one was actually dead.
Oh,
We're just having a talk with your sister. The room felt quiet again, and no one quite knew what to say. Oh, with no one quite knowing what to say. Dude, that made no sense when I first read that. You felt incredibly awkward, but the silence didn't last long. What? You're straight, man? I don't know. You don't have to. You don't have to stop just because those two are here. There's no reason to try keeping it a secret. What the fuck happened? Elizabeth was mad, with her arms folded defensively over her chest, but your mom's not in agreement with her. Yeah, you're all adopted, dude. Elizabeth was asking about her parents. Her biological ones. the world spun around you at the news. You couldn't understand why was this happening now. You glanced at Lee. She shuffled her feet uncomfortably as though she didn't know if she could be there or not anymore. You didn't know either. You know, I'd always been open and honest about the fact that neither of them had given birth to you or your sister, but the details hadn't been fully explained before. Yeah, you're adopted. It made sense that Elizabeth didn't know a lot about her biological parents and wanted to know more. You just hadn't ever thought you accidentally stumbled into it. Elizabeth looked at your parents expectantly. She wasn't going to let the unintentional interruption derail things. We don't want to keep that information from out of you. It's your right to know your parents, but we want to wait until you ask us to hear yourselves. Well, it's happening now. So, your mom shared a nervous glance, and Ma took a quick breath before speaking again. I adopted you from the Philippines when you were just a baby. Filipino! Dude, Elizabeth dropped her arms, her eyebrows shooting upwards in surprise. Wait, I wasn't born here? No, you weren't. You could clearly see that your sister was appalled by this information. You struggled even more with what or to do or how to react. Wow! That is not the first question I would have asked. I'm going to pass some tests to even be a citizen?
No.
No, you were adopted into the country. We took care of things. You're already a citizen. Nothing to worry about. I followed all the laws when it came to bringing a child into the U.S. Nothing can be held against you. Elizabeth sighed, fascinated with the information but still far from happy. Yeah, what the fuck is going on, man? This is not the turn I expected so far of like, Okay, well, who are my parents as people? And why did they put me up for adoption in the first place? Ma softly puts her hands on Elizabeth's shoulders, trying to provide some support before she gave her the answer.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, sweetie. Your parents were reported to have died. They didn't go into details on the specifics of how, but you were an orphan. Hey, what about me? I wish we had better news for you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was torn between emotions. Yeah, I popped into existence. That's it. Yeah. Her eyes filled with tears as she threw her hands in the air, suddenly enraged. Great. So I could never meet them even if I wanted to. Not that I could have anyway, since they live in another part of the world when they were still alive. For fuck's sakes. Elizabeth turned her back on you and your moms and stormed off, sprinting up the stairs into her room before anyone could stop her. I have to go and talk to her. Ma immediately started to follow her, but Mom gently held her by the hand and shook her head. We should give a little space to process it all. Your mom's head hung low, but she stopped walking. With Elizabeth now gone, the two of you seem to remember you and Lee were just standing awkwardly off to the side. I'm sorry you had to see all that. It's not how I expected it would have happened when the time came. Oh! But since it's the topic of the day, Jamie, is there anything you'd like to ask? You deserve to know, after all. Lee patted your back and gave you a supportive look. Ah, damn it! Damn it! Your parents both nodded and seeked to reply, ready to talk. I can, leave if you want to have things be more private. I want you to be here. Please be with me. I can do that. Okay. Lee shifted a little closer to you in support, and you're glad to have her there. It made you feel a little stronger somehow. You turn to face your parents again, preparing yourself for what they were about to tell you. Ma was the first to speak, her voice quivering with emotion. Oh, I'm not from this country either! You were adopted as a baby, but 2 years after Elizabeth. We used a different organization that time, and you were adopted within the US. We're sorry to tell you, Jamie. Your parents had already passed away, and no other family took you in, if there were any. That's why we wanted to wait until you aged. We didn't want to suddenly drop down in your lap. We wanted you to be prepared.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry, Jamie. He gave you a reassuring squeeze on the arm to show she was there for you. Thanks for telling me. I mean, you gave me a loving home with great fucking beach, like, adventures. I don't know. I did want to know, and now I do. Thank you for listening, Jamie. If there's anything else you want to know, all you have to do is ask. We'll do our best to answer any questions you have.
Are you okay?
How are you feeling now? Are you going to be okay? They watch you closely as though judging how exactly she should react to what was going on. I feel fine. Oh, it's the shock, honey. It's the shock. Okay. The only I'm gonna pick the second option of the first one. So this one. I'm not okay. We're sorry, Jamie. Your mom's looked just as sad as you felt. No one seemed to have any words after that. No, I don't want to see fucking Elizabeth. You went to your room. You slowly walked past your mom's and headed to the stairs, your mind racing from the conversation. Oh no! I wanted her with me, now she's... Aww! Okay, I'll be downstairs if you need anything. Dude! When safely behind your closet bedroom door, you let out a heavy breath before heading over to take a seat on your bed. You laid back on your bed and started staring up the ceiling, tracing the outlines of the old crack and lines up there with your eyes. You had no idea what to do now, so you stayed there for a while, thinking everything through. Eventually, the sun finished setting, casting long shadows on your bedroom walls until the outside was enveloped by a dark of night completely. All the things your mom has said raced through your mind, and you stayed still, trying to make sense of it all. A knock on the door made you look up, though before you could even move, it swung open and Elizabeth stood in your doorframe. She walked closer. You didn't quite know what to do or what to say, or what she was planning on saying, or what was happening, and she stood right in front of you. She paused, her eyes drifting to the ground as she hesitated. Elizabeth folding her arms, looking you over. Did Mom tell you about your parents too? I don't want to talk about it. Elizabeth nodded in understanding, her face solemn. Why did you want to talk to me again? Elizabeth raised an eyebrow at the question, as though the answer could be obvious. I was worried about you. I was the one who brought it up, and I made you deal with whatever was left when I was gone. She sighed, glancing upwards for a moment before settling on you once more. I wanted to ask you what happened with everyone breathing down our fucking necks. That was pretty crap of you to just bail. Ain't that fucking right, man? It was. She rolled her eyes, but you didn't miss a small smile that threatened to peek out. I know. I'm not very nice. You think living with me for 14 years it'd be through your thick skull. All of this, it upsets me. She slid back into a scowl. I'm sorry, Jamie. It's a pretty depressing topic. Yeah. What? You have to be born in the US to become president. What? Bitch, same. Excuse me? You never even heard of that dream of hers before. She noticed your bafflement and continued. Like, yeah, I was never gonna be president, but it feels weird having stuff taken away and not even getting a chance at it. I don't like having to know that I was born. That when I was born, I was going to have a completely different life. So different, I can't even think of what it looked like in my head. I could have spoken another language, lived away from everything I've ever seen here, had someone else as my sibling. And then my parents died and I was adopted, and the life I got became a totally new thing forever. I can't go back to what it was, even if I wanted to. A heaviness settled between you and the person who became your sister. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm from, because she said a different organization, but I'm outside of the US, so it literally could have been any other fucking place. I can't stop wondering what my life would have been like if I wasn't adopted. There are so many things that could have been different. Elizabeth watched you seriously. She was still trying to make sense of this to you and herself. I don't know why today was day. Nothing came up to make me ask a question. It was just something I've had in my head for a while. And it was just me and Moms and everyone. I just kind of said it finally, and there you go. She shifted from one foot to another, relaxing her stance just a bit. She also spoke more gently. Learning about them and what happened doesn't change how I feel about our family, Jamie. She smirked, fixing you with her sharp eyes. I already figured out timing ago that moms weren't our biological parents. That wasn't news. Technically, one of them could have been related to you. Our moms could have kids, just not both together. True, I'm not half white or native Hawaiian, so no, and neither of them could have been my mom. Half what? What?
Nice try.
Nice try, smart Alec. The thing about the family I was born in, what it made me decide that this wasn't my family anymore. If you had hoped to be free of my big sister's status, don't think you're so lucky. She bumped her shoulders against yours playfully. Her lips tilted at the corners.
You'll always be my little sibling.
You'll always be my little sibling. You smiled softly at her. You always been my family too. Chuckling, she seemed pleased with how the conversation had gone in the end. We should probably head downstairs and make sure your moms are okay. It's been a long day. For everybody. Lee! You give her a nod. Down we go. When you stepped into the living room, you found your moms quietly sitting together at the kitchen table. Where's Lee? Where's my cousin? Where's Lee? They both got to their feet when they noticed their arrival, and Ma gave you a careful smile. We're so glad to see you. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Ma then came over and wrapped her arms around you and Elizabeth, giving you a tight hug. It didn't take long for Mom to join in, putting her arms around the both of you.
Love you.
We really couldn't have asked for better kiddos. We love you. More than we could ever say. Moms. Smiling at their comfort. I love you too. It was a nice moment, and you enjoyed it for as long as you could. They both pulled back eventually, grinned at the two of you, and you knew then that you all had each other, and you always would. Hey, I hope you're alright. Lee came out towards you, a soft smile plastered on her face. And are you okay, Elizabeth? Elizabeth rolled her eyes and huffed a breath, and you knew she wasn't used to showing her vulnerable side.
Fine.
I'm doing fine. Lee nodded, though you could tell she didn't quite believe her. Well, now, since we're all here, how about we do something together as a family? Lee! Lee, we have our show! That sounds like an excellent idea. We should have fun before the night's over. I love the sound of that. Why not? Who's got a suggestion? It should be something we could all do in the house with everyone in the same room. You suddenly remember the show you and Lee had been working on earlier. But yeah! Maybe we could do our show? Show? This is the first time we're hearing of this. I'm intrigued.
Wonderful.
It would be amazing if we put it on for us to watch. Okay. Oh yeah. I need to see what you're cooking up. You smiled at Lee, who returned the gesture with bouncing on her heels in excitement. While bouncing on her heels in excitement. Take some seats and we'll get everything together. Your mom's collected the chairs from around the dining table, set them in a row in the living room, while there was enough space for the show. While you did that, you and Lee quickly gathered the supplies you needed and rehashed the plan one more time. You listened to the song you had chosen one last time, and then made sure to grab your bicycle helmet and knee pads from your bedroom and strap them on. When the two of you returned into the living room, everyone was sitting and chatting amongst themselves while they waited. The group quieted down while you and Lee stood in front of them on your makeshift stage. Lee was buzzing quietly with excitement beside you. You felt nervous all of a sudden. No matter how small the audience was, it was still all eyes on you. Okay, so welcome to our show. We only came up with it today, but we promise it'll be good. Cove didn't greenlit us. You stayed quiet. Your moms gave you a thumbs up in encouragement, ready for the performance. Then you nodded at Lee while you were ready to begin. Lee took in a deep breath, waiting for the few beats it took to get into the song and started singing. You performed your stunts into the sound of gasps and applause from the audience. When the performance was over, Lee took your hand in hers, and the two of you bowed deeply together. Everyone gave you a round of applause and cheers for an encore. When you straightened up yourself, you were happy to see that even Elizabeth was clapping for you. Bravo! Bravo! You're so talented! Your family rose from their seats and came over to congratulate you more directly. You're beaming from ear to ear. Your parents gushed about how great everything was and thanked you for sharing it with them. Elizabeth was complimentary in her own way, though she did decide that the show was cute, which you knew she meant was kind of kiddie. You laughed it off, however, and we were just happy that everyone had a nice time. In that moment, you could have been more pleased to be part of the family you had. Yay! Last one! I didn't save. Fuck. Okay. I gotta finish this. And then we'll be done! We'll be done, Nintendo! Early one afternoon, you found yourself in the living room with your family. It was outside one of those summer days where it felt too hot to go outside, but it was uncomfortable to do anything inside either. The air conditioning was cranked up as far as you could negotiate it, but everyone was still being pretty lazy. You, your moms, and your sister were lounging around while the TV blared on in the background, ignored by all of you. You specifically were lying spread eagle on the carpet. You stared up at the ceiling, your eyes unfocused and mind clear of all thoughts. Elizabeth broke the silence with a loud groan. You glanced over. She was lying on her back on the couch, massaging her calf with one hand. Ugh, I feel terrible. I'm dying in this house and my legs hurt. Mom looked up from the magazine she'd barely been flipping through and frowned, concerned. Could you have strained them somehow? Oh, that's Mom. Could you have strained them somehow? Elizabeth flared briefly, then flopped on her side with a heavy sigh. I don't know, it just hurts.
Lady.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart. Mom got off her receipt at the kitchen table and walked over to your sister. She did a light pat on Elizabeth's shoulder sympathetically. I'm sorry to deal with that. Maybe it's growing pains? You could be taller by the next fall. Elizabeth scoffed. She didn't look impressed by Ma's assessment. I'd rather be at my height forever than deal with this. Mom walked over too, leaning against the back of the couch. Kids, they grow up so fast. So Elizabeth will have a home of her own, maybe even a nice husband, some kids if she feels like it. She sniffled loudly and wiped at her eye. You could tell that it was just a bit. Okay, your mom doesn't know what a bit is. You know that it's a bit. It's a joke to her. You tilted your head, even though you knew Elizabeth liked guys. It was hard to imagine her with a boyfriend or husband, let alone some fucking guy. She really seemed interested in hanging out with her group of friends, not chasing after boys. Mom must agree with you. She... I keep thinking, no, I can't even bring this up on stream because it's my personal shit. Mom must agree with you because she shook her head.
No.
Let's not exaggerate. She's still practically a child. But if you do, if you ever do presume romance, Elizabeth, you come talk to me about it. Definitely. I'm always willing to lend the ear. Elizabeth's features contorted in disgust. No way. I'm not talking to my moms about that. Mom's jaw dropped as she gasped in an exaggerated display of shock. Her hand came up to rest against her chest. Molly grinned. She didn't look offended by Elizabeth's quick response at all. It really wouldn't be so bad to come to us. I know what it's like to have a crush on a pretty boy too. She's bi! She's okay, yeah, she's bi, you're lesbian. I know, I fucking knew it. I knew one of you had to be bi. I don't, but I can listen anyway. Ah, dude, that's cute! W, shut up! Don't say W to that. Mom snorted at her joke while Ma bursted into giggles. They were having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. Elizabeth certainly wasn't feeling the amusement. What? What do you mean what? Because she rolled her eyes and sat up. I'm going back to my room. I'm not alone, thanks. She strode off towards the staircase, taking the steps two at a time. Ugh. Your mom stared at her, then turned to each other with raised eyebrows. Whoops. Looks like we scared her off with all that romance talk.
Well?
Oh well. We'll get her next time. You watched them titter with some surprise. Obviously, your moms liked women. We had no idea that Ma liked guys too. Today was the first time you heard her say something like that. Ma, you like guys and girls? Ma turned to you, happy to bring you into things now that you've spoken up. She smiled and nodded. That's alright. I like both. I like your mom most of anyone. Everyone. She's special. Ah! Ah! Dude, don't flirt in front of me! They're flirting! Chitano, are you watching? Chitano. Ma smiled. Turned all soft in the corners like I usually did when she looked at her. She pinched Mom's cheeks lightly. Oh, that's so cute! Mom reached up to cup a hand over Ma's. Even when Ma stopped pulling her cheeks, their hands remained clasped together.
Fantastic.
Ah! Dude! Thanks, Lanny. I think most women have charm, but no one can hold a candle to you.
Aww.
Oh. Pamela. Mom beamed. Ah! They kissed Mom on the cheek she'd been pitching before. You thought the movie was sweet. Oh, it's very sweet. I can't. Ah, it's so sweet. W Wiz. Truly W Wiz, dude. I can't believe it. Look at him. This is so fucking cute. Dude, this is so cute. I can't. This is so cute. Okay. Ma looked back at you, letting Mom's hand go with a brief squeeze. She settled down next to you, and Mom followed soon after. You know, I'm also here to listen to you whenever you're ready. The offer isn't just for Elizabeth. She mopped her shoulders with tears and a reassuring smile in place. There's no rush, of course. She's like all the time you need to figure out what or who you want.
It's okay.
Don't think you have to stick with whatever you come up with now, either. Life's sliced like that. You can change and you can learn. Mom nodded her agreement. The two of us are happy to hear you out. Maybe we may be able to relate better than you think. Still, we will push the topic, at least most of the time. She gave Ma the weakest scowling look possible while being unable to stop grinning. Thanks. Thanks. I'll think about it.
Wonderful.
Good. That's all we can ask. That's all we can ask for. Ma let out another exaggerated sniffle. It didn't take a drink to realize it was fake. First Elizabeth and now you, Jamie. Do you want to grow up? Yes. Children tend to do that from time to time. Your parents quickly grew absorbed in the conversation about rearing kids. You took that as your cue to leave, getting up so you could spend some time alone in your room too. I let you go without problem, so you made your way up the stairs. You let out a sigh once you stepped into the room. It was just as sweltering in there as it was in the living room. Possibly even a little warmer. Just a tad warmer. You couldn't even open your window since it was hotter outside, and you just let out the AC, out. You dragged your feet as you crossed the room. You checked your current sweltering condition in the mirror as you passed by it. You thought back to the conversation you had with Sans about growing up and all that. After a moment, you stepped a little closer to the mirror. You stared into it, then turned away from the surface to look down at yourself. You were definitely growing up, right? It was weird thinking about how you were now in comparison to what you've been when you were younger. When it came to your body, it was getting odd muscle mass. Muscle definition. You shifted to the side, your head still facing forward and continuing the self-evaluation from this viewpoint. I was a sad female, but you were born as impacted the way your body grew, but it wasn't what really determined who you were. When it came to your figure, you try to imagine what your adult self might be like. You ran a fingertip over your birthmark. There was something that's been consistent for you. What? Are you awkward? Are you feeling awkward now? You take a step back, finishing your important impromptu inspection. You locked eyes at the reflection, cocking your head to the side. All things considered, you thought you looked fantastic. You beamed, pleased with what you saw. You even winked for good measure before chuckling at yourself. You shook your head roughly, putting thoughts of what you were turning into out of your mind. This wasn't the time to focus on such things. You had to find something to do in this heat. You shuffled over to your bed, collapsing onto the mattress, your brows scrunched up in thought. Time passed slowly, and to your annoyance, possible ideas of what to do were few and far in between. You weren't sure how long it had been, but eventually you heard your mom call you from downstairs. Jamie, Cove will be coming over soon, just to let you know. You frowned in confusion, but you didn't bother complaining. It had been decided already. Okay. With a sigh, you push yourself off of your bed and headed downstairs. Might as well sense he would be here in a few minutes. You needed to go downstairs soon anyway, because your empty stomach told you it was almost time for lunch. Just as you reached the bottom of the stairs, you saw Mom put the phone back on the receiver. She glanced at Ma, her mouth open to say something when she caught sight of you. She blinked in surprise. Oh! Hi, kiddo. I didn't mean you to come right down the second if you want to wait for him there. So that's great. We'll get out of your way.
Have fun.
You and Cove have fun, alright? With that, your moms made their way down the hall. You heard the floors creak until they reached their room on the other side of the house. Now you're alone in the living room, tasked with waiting for Cove. You weren't exactly thrilled to have host Cove so suddenly, but you were used to it by now. Who knew what he wanted this time? You sat at the kitchen counter and settled in for the wait. As expected, there was a knock on the door a few minutes later. When you got up and answered it, I'm yawning. I'm yawning because I'm tired and I woke up. Alright. Cove, you ruined my sleep. Cove, shut the fuck up. Okay. So anyway. When you got up and answered it, your neighbor was standing on the other side. He came in once you stepped outside to let him pass, giving him a little wave. Ah, a little wave. He gave me a little wave. You returned his wave with a half-hearted one of your own before you closed the door behind him. Cove sighed and wiped his face a bit. You noted the sheet of sweat across his brow. He must be glad to be back in an air-conditioned place, even if he only had to walk across the street to get there. It must be obvious that you were confused by his visit because he answered your unspoken question. It's too hot to do anything, my parents don't think so. It's like they don't even notice. Sorry. Maybe they're from Texas. I figured coming here would mean I would just sit. Your mom said it was okay. Oh, alright. I can get that. Your mom says I'm doing activities in the seat. If your mom's insistent on doing activities in the seat, you'd want to make a quick escape too. Thankfully, they weren't immune to the weather like Cove seems to be. Were you doing something? Not really. I just need to get lunch soon. I haven't eaten anything today. Would it be alright if I had lunch too? You thought about it briefly before lightly nodding. I guess it should be fine. As one, you headed into the kitchen. You crossed your arms as you glanced around, wondering what you should scratch up for a meal. I don't want to eat anything that's warmed up. Is there something cold or not cooked? Yeah. After a bit of back and forth, they concluded that you should raid the fridge and cabinet in order to make sandwiches. With that settled, you had a plan to decide on the outside layers first. There was a wide variety to choose from since everyone else had their own favorites. There was white bread, wheat bread, sour bread, mixed grains, gluten-free bread, and pita pockets. Hey. Italian sandwich for me. Okay. Well, you get Italian, I'll get, I don't know, my own blend. I don't really like pre-made. Well, I don't try them. With sourdough. I like sourdough though. Could you take the grain one for me? Sure. You reached for the mixed grains and made your decision. Oh! Nintendo, we can make it! A lettuce wrap, white bread, sourdough, mixed grains, cinnamon swirl bread, gluten-free bread, or the pita pockets. What the fuck are pita pockets? Nintendo, which one? Nintendo, we're making bread. We're making a sandwich. They're pita pockets. Oh! It's a gordita. That's a fucking gordita, man. No, like... That's literally just a gordita, but it's not fried. That's... Hey, I only know my Mexican fucking shit, man. I'm cultured in Mediterranean cuisine. Alright, you want a pita? Kind of gonna make a pocket. That's so weird. He pulled out the pita pockets too, setting both items onto the counter. Then you decide what main direction the sandwich would go in. What? Oh, okay. Brioche bun. Do you want a savory or sweeter style? Savory, sweet. I want it to be sweeter. If you don't pick soon, just know you gotta hurry. Savory, okay. Something savory would make it feel like a real meal. As for the specific ingredients, oh dude, soup. We got options. Okay, ham slices, turkey slices, tofu, hummus, egg salad, lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, cucumber, avocado, peppers, pickles, cheddar cheese, pepper jack cheese, and mozzarella. Hummus. Oh, and then condiments. Okay, pick your. You can pick anything that you want, Nintendo. You gotta hurry, man. You gotta hurry. I want turkey slices. I want turkey, man. Or not tofu, not tofu. But if it's hummus, then I want turkey and avocado and tomato, red onions, cucumbers. Okay. I got your things. I got your things. Pickles. You want any cheese or ham or tofu? Not yet. Are you layering them? Because then I have to move on to the condiments. But I can't do the condiments. Lemon's playing Monster Hunter World. Can't remember if they come with peppers or not. You can look it up. I mean, we could pick peppers. It doesn't matter. It's your sandwich. No. Alright. Alright. Watch someone in the comments just be like, "You're wrong, it doesn't come with that." It'd be funny. Go. What do you mean move on? Just run to condiments or like pick cheese and ham? What are we doing? Condiments? What are we doing? We're done here. Okay. Nintendo, top your sandwich with mustard, mayonnaise, pesto, hot sauce, salt and pepper, and or ranch. Salt and pepper. And we can end here. We're gonna end here. Then we're done. That was everything. Unless, yeah, there's more. Oh, pesto. Pesto should be one of the first things to put on. I feel like condiments should be one of the first things to put on, dude. Oh. Ew. Is that it? Nintendo, is that it? Nintendo, is that it? I don't know. I'm gonna end it here. Like, that's it. That's it. Our sandwich is complete. All right. That's it. That's it. You nodded yourself to yourself with a quiet hum, satisfied. The TV bursting around the kitchen, opening and closing things in order to collect everything you needed for your individual sandwiches. You focused intently on assembling your own for the most part. When you were close to being done, though, you glanced over at your neighbor. Cope was putting his sandwiches together delicately, his brow furrowed and tongue sticking out just barely. There were open jars of peanut butter and honey near his plate, as well as a banana peel. My bro was working on my sandwich. Wow! So you forget about my sandwich to work on your own? This is your sandwich too, by the way. I can't believe you abandoned your virtual sandwich to make a real one. So sad. He was making a peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich on mixed grain bread. That sounded great. Yeah. I mean, I don't like banana, but yeah, it sounded great. I like peanut butter and honey on sandwiches. They're really good, especially on toast. No bacon? Sucker! I finished my bacon yesterday with my pizzas. Maybe you should have one for yourself at a different time. Curiosity stated, you turned back onto your plate and finished your own creation. By the time you were done, Cope had already cleaned up his workstation. He turned to face you and studied your sandwich briefly. A small smile tugged at the corners of his mouth, and you guess it didn't look inedible to him at least. Done? Yeah. Cool. He waited as you quickly returned the ingredients and cleaned a few utensils. Then the two of you collected your respective plates. You both agreed on heading upstairs to hang out in your room. You and Cove entered your bedroom while balancing your food on the plates. Nothing fell, so it was a successful trip. Cove took a seat on the ground, stretching out on the hardwood floor in an attempt to keep it a bit cooler. He immediately took a big bite of his sandwich, chewed, then hummed happily. The sandwich is really good. At least that's something. At this point, you sat down and started on your own sandwich. You nodded. You were enjoying yours too. Honestly, you were a pro at making sandwiches. He leaned back on his hands while chewing and glanced around. His every movement was sluggish. Wanna do something? No. That was the whole— No, Cove! That was the whole point of why you came over here, was to do nothing! Oh my rat, you dumb fuck! I don't want to do anything! It seemed the plan of not doing anything at all had already worn thin, despite his lack of enthusiasm. No. Yes, I could do it. I could do it. Okay, I can choose the second option. I don't care, Cove. Do it by going on the internet or something. Get on my computer or whatever. We have to pass the time somehow, though. He rolled his head back, looking up at the ceiling. What about tic-tac-toe? Get out, Cove! I have to choose it. Fine, we'll play tic-tac-toe. Fucking head ass, man. Dude, I just wanna do— Dude, on a hot fucking day, I wanna do nothing. Maybe get ice cream. And then do nothing. Maybe eat watermelon and do nothing. You put your plate out to the side and pulled out some markers and scrap paper. As you laid everything out on the floor, he scooted back to make more room in front of you. Cove picked up one of the markers with his right hand while keeping a half slice of the sandwich in his left. Alright. I want to be extras. So you can go first. I think that's fair. Okay. You prepared a note on your first move. Your marker hovering over the paper. Oh, we get to play! After the first round, you were about to take a bite of your sandwich when a thought occurred to you. I wonder if anyone turned off the TV downstairs. Huh? The TV. It was on earlier, but I was already watching, then everyone just started leaving the living room. I know I didn't turn it off. So it might still be on downstairs, there's no one there. Cove smiled crookedly at that. Poor show. No one playing with the one I don't enjoy it. What was it? He squinted off into the middle distance, trying to recall the show's name. I feel like it was some kind of crime solving drama? Cove nodded sleepily, his eyes closed and opening up with some effort. Oh, you eepy? You eepy man? Go to fuck asleep. Can you give any specifics? Maybe I can guess it. Well, you rested your chin on your open palm, groggily thinking as hard as you could. I remember there was a woman with long, blonde hair, I think. She was the one solving crimes, like as a detective or something. Is it Bones? There were scenes in a police station. Can someone got arrested? You lapsed into silence, both of you thoughtful, and Cove chuckled. It wasn't that funny, but you drowned in the laughter anyway. I don't know what that is. Me neither, and I just saw it. Okay, cool. No, I want to play tic-tac-toe, man. I gotta get my... Oh! Another round came and went. Cove grumbled as he readjusted himself. His features were twisted in a grimace. I feel so sticky. Oh, I'm gonna be stuck to the floor forever now. Yeah? How much? $50. What? I can't afford that. Oh my rat. I would love for rent to be 50 fucking bucks. We gotta pay if you want to stick around. Cope shook his head at your terrible pun and went back to the game instead of answering further. Take a shower. Then you return to the game. You're not gonna win, Cove. I am. No, it's gonna be like a fucking catfish. Cove spoke up once more, catching your attention. He was peering down the piece of paper between you, his expression thoughtful. You know, tic-tac-toe is such a weird name for a game. What does it even mean? Maybe they're playing with tic-tac-cats. Dude, have you... Cove raised an eyebrow. You bit back a laugh and feigned seriousness. I mean, it makes sense, because they probably didn't have paper and markers back then. But what about the toes? You could say anything to that. He had you there. With no answer to be found, you returned to your game. I'm gonna win, man. No, I'm not. Fuck! Damn it! Damn it! By this point, Cope had finished his sandwich. Yours was almost gone too, but now you were getting thirsty. You brought it up to your neighbor. Should we go downstairs to get some drinks? I was thinking that too, but I don't really want to get up. Me neither. You looked over at him, narrowing your eyes in false suspicion. But hey, what happened to you not being able to get up ever again because you were stuck on the floor? That's still true. I mean, we're not actually going, are we? Only thought about it. You rolled your eyes and felt the issue defeated. Cole grinned a little disappointment over his victory. Ready? My move. Oops. It's a tie. Are you stupid, man? That's how... Were you out of it? I know I didn't try that hard. He smiled at you in an amusing way. You're gonna piss me off, man. You somehow weren't surprised by that, despite Cove being the one who suggested the game in the first place. He started to yawn, his hand coming up to cover his mouth, but quickly transitioned into a small smile. You look crooked. You understand why. Yawning just as he said he was feeling disinterested was kind of a funny coincidence. I laughed along with Cove. Cove just agreed and flopped onto his back, leaving his marker on the floor beside him. You followed Cove's lead and laid back on your back, your hands resting onto your stomach. Two of you stayed like that for a while. There wasn't much else to say, neither of you felt up to another game after that. Time passed, you even just stopped for a little bit. Despite the hot weather, an uncomfortable hardwood floor underneath you. Hey now! Hey now! What's with the diss to the hardwood floor? What's with the diss, huh? Finally, the blazing sun began to rest. To your relief, the air cooled down a bit as a result. You pulled yourself off of the floor, as did Cove, with some minor complaint. You both stretched your arms, groaning and yawning into your hands. You glanced out your window briefly, taking in the soft red, pinks, and purples of the late afternoon sky. Somehow, you had made it through the scorching hot day in one piece. Cove towed towards you, rubbing the back of his neck. Thanks for letting me stay over. You nodded, giving him a tight smile. Cove was also looked out the window, noting the sun's ascent.
Bye.
I should probably go home now. Bye. Bye. Then he simply walked out of the room, made his way downstairs while you followed close behind. You needed to get out of your room anyways, so you could grab something to drink. Cove made it to the front hall door, then glanced over his shoulder at you. He waved. You waved back, watching as he opened the front door and left. He let out a small breath. You felt pretty good at them in the moment. Looking back, it could have been a lot worse. Yay! I did it! I did it! Okay. And then summer ended. Yep. Yep. Skip. We can skip! We can skip all along! We know what this is!
Well,
And there's Derek, and there's everybody.
but I know.
I'm gonna skip.
What? Yeah.
Good riddance. Yeah, fuck that guy. Manners.
Dude. Well.
Alright, doesn't he fucking like me or something?
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So.
Yeah, he does! Yeah! He does like me! Oh no! I gotta. There's a lot. Yeah, I picked this one too. Oh.
Alright.
Did I not have. What? I don't remember what I did. Cause, dude, I mean, I might have to actually, cause I don't want to be with fucking Cove.
Really? Okay. It's a deal.
Yeah, that's the one fucking scene I didn't get. You took it easy. You went outside to meet him.
Nothing.
You should really go to sleep. Really on yourself.
I'm sorry.
You told us time to go one.
See you tomorrow.
Excited. Yep. In between. Finally. Okay, cool. So I can. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have it be medium with green hair again. Chubby. I'm gonna do rectangle. Oh, look at this! Oh, look at all this! Do long, yellow. I'm gonna get nose rings. I'm gonna do down here and save. Ready? Yep. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna end here. Well, no, I kind of want to take a break, but I don't know if I want to keep going. I might end here. Cause I did finish everything, and I don't want to start until I'm like over there. And I'm really excited. I'm gonna menu. Yeah, I got both Derek's. And now we get to meet Baxter. Alright, cool. I'm gonna save this for next time. I'm really glad I finally got to finish all of step 2, and I'm gonna finish step 3. Well, I'm starting step 3. So have a good afternoon, morning, night. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Bye.